Hey, it's Two Crows, and tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. Me and my wife are going to celebrate ours today, but I figured I'd share a nice, easy recipe you can make in your crock pot with all these ingredients, and they're pretty straightforward. You got corned beef, you got carrots, you got some beef broth, you've got some bay leaves, you've got some pepper, you've got some red pepper flakes, little potatoes, garlic, Worcestershire sauce, cabbage, and behind the broth, I've got some pearl onions. First thing you do though, this is super easy. You want to keep all this brine, all right? Because it says so literally right in the package. So make sure you open this over whatever you're going to be used to cooking it. So I'm putting this in a crock pot. I get all that juice in there first, all right? And then I'm going to cut it a little bit more. If I can get a good angle, there we go. Right there. This is just going to come right out. If it wants to listen to me, it doesn't, so there we go. Now, these come with a seasoning packet, alright? I'm not going to use this. I'm going to make my own seasoning, alright? I'll show you guys how you do that right now. Always make sure you wash your hands, by the way, before you do anything else. So, give me 1 second here, and then I'm going to show you guys how I do everything. Alright, so this has been cooking for 4 hours. Everything is going pretty good. I'm going to show you what I put in there. First, I've got some pearl onions. These are going to go in first because they're the smallest thing, and they're going to be at the bottom once I do this, because I've got the corned beef to one side, alright? Then I'm going to take these potatoes, and I'm just going to carefully, because you don't want to get burnt. You know, if you dump them in too quickly, it's a great way to get burnt. So make sure you rest your bowl against the side to block any spillage, and slowly lower them in. All right. And once you get them in, take whatever utensil you've got here. Go ahead and spread them out good. All right. You got all these in there. The last kind of thing that's going to go on top is, might be a little overkill. I might have a little bit too many carrots here. I'm going to put some carrots in here. My hands are clean, by the way. Just wash them. Enough carrots. Now, I'm going to cut up some cabbage. I'm going to show you how I put it on here. Just so you know. By the way, if you want your vegetables to be a little more firm, you can cook this for about 5 to 6 hours and then put your vegetables on for the last 2 hours. My wife really likes her vegetables nice and soft and just easy to eat, okay? So I like to put them in a bit early, about 4 hours into the cook. Like I said, you want them a little bit more firm, put them in a little bit later when there's 6 hours in to where there's only 2 hours left, okay? I'm going to show you how to put my cabbage on here in a second. Okay, so I've taken some green cabbage. I've cut 4 discs out of the cabbage that I had. It was a relatively small one. The rest I'm going to shred and turn into a salad for later. But these I've washed and cleaned. I'm just going to take my discs like this. Sit them down on top, just like so. I'm going to let these cook down on top of everything. And it looks like a lot of cabbage and it looks like a lot of food, but this is what me and my wife are going to be eating for at least the next 3 to 4 days, for dinner. So, that's it. I just cover it, give it 4 more hours. I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all done and all cooked completely, okay? Hey, Two Crows. And come here. This is what this looks like. Can you see all these veg? All this cabbage. This nice big chunk of corned beef. It's all cooked perfectly. If you like your veggies a little firmer, I would put these in when this has been in here for 5 hours. This takes a total of 8. It's just a sit and leave kind of recipe. All right? So, 5 hours into cooking, if you want your veg to be a little bit firmer, all right, you put that in there. I've got carrots and potatoes and cabbage and, all the general stuff. And if you want it to be nice and soft, you're going to throw it in after 5 minutes. Hey, it's Two Crows, and I've got a corned beef that I've cooked all the way to a good temperature. It's been nice and slow for 8 hours. My crock pot right over here is full of cabbage. Got little golden potatoes, onions, and carrots, all right? Now, these can all sit here. Made everything the way I did. all you gotta do, take a fork, take a corned beef, all right? This was the fat side, and you're gonna cut it against the grain. And if you did it right, it should be nice and tender. Oh, just like that. Look at that. Nice, pink, super tender. You're just gonna cut the strips that you want, all right? This is just for me and my wife. If I was doing this for more people, I'd put it on a serving tray and make it look a little more pretty. But for me and her, I'm just gonna cut it like this. I'm gonna serve it with the veggies that are in the Crock-Pot. And this is gonna be our dinner probably for the next few days. So, if you want to have a good, happy St. Patty's Day, and you think this looks how you want your corned beef to look, follow this recipe, give it a try, and I hope you have a great day.